Hey everyone, Temporal here, and for this session we are going to be reviewing a Diamond Zenyatta. If you guys are enjoying the content, please do feel free to like and subscribe. That definitely helps me out. Or if you are looking to get coaching yourself, you can join my Discord in the description below. And through the Discord, you can see my rates, connect with other people getting coaching, see when I'm streaming, all that good stuff. So I don't like how long you hung out in front of your team there. Let's just put this in perspective. So your tank line is D.Va, Sigma. They're going to have to play off angles from each other, which right now they're sort of doing. But let's make sure you understand what's where. You were a little late on throwing that. Okay. I don't really like that 2 to 3 orb there. That wasn't really valuable. That's fine. You can see you were a little later than your tanks to get out, which potentially left you in a bit of danger there, but it's minimal. I don't really like this going into a right click at all here, to be perfectly honest. Like, let's look at this. That's a 3 orb. This, hey, there's a D.Va here, so you throw a 4 or 5 orb into a defense matrix, which that's fine. I'm not worried about that. Both of your Harmony and Discord orb are out. You're throwing shots. You're throwing shots. You hear the Pharah behind you. You hear those rockets. And clearly you hear them because you immediately turn around. So you're turning to look for this Pharah. Why are you charging a right click? Like, you know that there's going to be an enemy, or you believe that there's going to be an enemy on your screen immediately. That's why you turned and looked here. You were wrong in where the Pharah is. It's actually further to your left. But if you believe there was going to be a Pharah here pretty much immediately, why are you charging a right click? Okay, so the Pharah was here instead. So you throw off a 2 orb. 2 orb is not economical in terms of the amount of time you spend to get the job done. You notice whenever you throw off Zen orbs, huzzah, like that with right clicks, Zen just sort of leaves his magic hands hanging out there for a bit. And that's a time delay. Now that time delay is longer the more orbs you charge and through, but it's not proportionately longer. So you don't want to be regularly charging up right clicks that you end up throwing out as 1 orbs, 2 orbs, or even 3 orbs. Sometimes it's going to happen. Sometimes, hey, you were charging an orb and a tracer just appears on your screen and you got to throw off that, etc. But if you expect to find a new target to be throwing orbs at before you'd be able to charge up 4 orbs, you shouldn't have been charging in the first place. It's too much of a DPS loss. Even if you do constantly go, I'm going to charge up 5 orbs and throw, and I'm going to charge up 5 orbs and throw, it's still a pretty meaningful DPS loss. The reason you do it is because you can potentially get pickoffs by throwing it at chokes and unexpected targets walk into it, or because you're doing it while an enemy has a defensive cooldown up, or because you're doing it for your own safety, where you're going, hey, there's enemies there, they're shooting in my direction, I want to charge up and save my stuff, start charging up value, and then throw 5 orbs, and I only have to peek for a moment to do that instead of being peeked for the whole time that I'd be throwing left clicks. So this, where you went, oh, I can hear the Pharah rocket, let me turn and find them, and as I'm turning and finding them, I'm going to start charging right clicks. If it had been here, you'd have had 1. Here, you ended up throwing 2. This was wrong. You never should have started charging a right click in the first place. I require this is your Harmony, which you can't decide who to put it on. That's 3 Harmony cycles. Don't particularly like that one either. Yeah, we've got a Zen review for you, a Diamond Zen review. For all I know, this is your ult account. Okay, so this is fine. You can Harmony, what do you have? So you have an Ana as your tank partner, so you're mostly going to want to be thinking, hey, I'd like to sort of leave my Harmony on my McCree or my Hanzo to enable them, and I'll kind of let my Ana take care of my tank. She's going to spend most of her healing on the D.Va, and you're going to go, let me put this on a Hanzo, let me put this on a McCree to let them take slightly more aggressive angles. Diamond, I don't remember closer than that. Much obliged. I'm a little surprised you didn't cycle your Harmony Orb there, to be perfectly honest. Why are we not getting Discord orbs? Are you allergic to Discord orb?
Much obliged.
Okay. You can throw a Discord orb out now. We see the little marker for it. Why is it not going out? And now we're charging again, so now we can't throw a Discord orb again. You would not go into this into this right-click charging when you don't have a Discord orb out, but you know your team are fighting enemies that you could easily get a Discord orb on. So remember, we talked about how even if you're charging up a 5 orb every time, let's say that's a 15% DPS loss for you or something like that. Not having your Discord orb out is a 30% damage dealt loss for the entire rest of your team that can see whatever target is discorded. So, like, if you correctly put your Discord on this diva, or even just refuse to start charging another one until you peaked for a moment to put your Discord on this diva, that would mean your diva, your Sigma, your Hanzo, and your McCree would all be doing more damage to this diva while you're sitting over here charging your thing. So it's not a 15% damage loss. It's a 15% or so damage loss for you. Someone go check my numbers on that. I won't. I'm too lazy. It's a 30% damage loss for 4 other people on your team. That is a lot that you just denied your team. Okay. I'm glad you didn't start right-clicking that one. You're going to have to cycle the harmony a bit here. Why isn't the harmony already out? Okay. Good. Yeah, Temporal's got the scarf. I like my scarf.
Thank you, kindly.
Resistance is mysterious.
I don't think they've joined the Discord yet, no.
Thank you, kindly.
Probably because they don't seem to like using their Discord enough. No, that may not be true as the match goes on. So, you have your harmony on your Anna, which I'm totally fine with. She was missing health. And you go, no, I don't like it, so I'm going to fire off this 2 orb so I can cycle my harmony orb. That was also wrong. Just keep charging this. Don't even peek this yet. Keep charging this until you're up to 4 or 5 orbs. These guys don't need your harmony orb desperately. They're both fine. Throw out a 5 orb, maybe a 4 orb, and then move your harmony orb. These guys did not desperately need the harmony orb. Your right click interactions and your harmony Discord orb interactions are tripping all over each other like I am tripping all over my words. So we got to be more disciplined about when we use our right clicks because that's going to free us up to move our orbs more easily. Good stuff. Again, there was no reason to charge this right click in general. It was as likely as not, if not more likely than not, that there was going to be an enemy over here for you to shoot, and the amount of charging you get done while you 180, hint, you can 180 instantly, does not make it worth starting a right click charge. You in general have this habit where as soon as there aren't any enemies on your screen in front of you, you start charging a right click. Don't do that. Don't do that. You go, hey, is there going to be an enemy on my screen turn? Even if you delay for just a moment to go, let me see. Okay, there's not. Now maybe I'll start charging. But A, most of the time there is. And B, when you do that flip, you'll see interesting things you need to know, like do I need to send out a harmony orb? Do I need to send out a Discord orb? Etc.
My ultimate is almost ready.
No. Think about the Discord orb that could be on this diva or this ball and how much more that would help your team than you charging up orbs right now. Think how much more helpful that would be. And you even realize, hey, this isn't very good, and you throw off a 2 orb, which again is a pretty meaningful loss. I'm saying it's like a 15% when you charge up 5 orbs repeatedly. Doing like these 1 and 2 orbs that you're doing, that's hurting you a lot more because you're doing the Zen hands out there like you've got right now for a pretty meaningful amount of time. Okay, so then you move that. Then you move it again before it's really gotten to do much work. Okay. Harmony Orb does have a travel time, and it's not super punishing on this patch. It's never been super punishing. It's about to get a little more punishing to be cycling your Harmony Orb a ton, like you just did there.
My ultimate ability is ready.
Bad guy. Heads up.
The universe.
I didn't particularly like that kick. They know where you are. They know where your fire is coming from. You might as well just let those 5 orbs go here. And if someone, here, drag them across. And if someone walks into them, great. There's very little reason to cancel it with your kick. It does not save you a meaningful amount of time. It is not worth going, oh, well, there wasn't anyone there. You're not always firing orbs because you see someone. You're firing orbs because, hey, they're a projectile and someone could walk into them. So you can fire them. The only reason you don't fire them is you go, oh, hey, I'm on a super secret flank and there's no one here, so I don't want to give it away. And now this time I'm going to fire them, etc.
There is chaos.
Good, better. You had a window to reapply Discord Orb there, and you didn't, but that's okay. Don't like that one.
Let the dragon consume you.
Good angle. Again, my preference would be that your Harmony Orb was over on probably your Hanzo right now. I can live with it being on your Sigma, but honestly, I'd say, hey, you have an Anna, that's a lot of healing. Let her handle the Sigma. I mean, primarily she's going to handle the Diva, but let her handle the tanks and you worry about everything else. There's our Discord.
Experience tranquility.
No. No. Let's talk about why that's wrong. Saving yourself with it wouldn't necessarily be wrong if you really thought your team was going to survive, but think about where your team is. You can see these two. Do you think both of these two are going to survive? Like, again, going back to your perspective, you can see them, you knew where they were. Do you think they're both going to survive? If you don't think they're both going to survive, it's not worth transing here.
Experience tranquility.
Adaptive circuits engaged. Sigma.
That's fine. I don't even like that you guys are retreating. They were going to win that fight, and you were letting the cart move as they were winning the fight. So would have been better to just go, nope, we're going to go up to point and get eliminated on point, because at least the cart isn't moving while we're doing that. Slow on the Discord.
Bruised mind is already defeated. I welcome adversity. You have my thanks.
Missed the Discord option on the Rhine, but you get the Diva. Didn't particularly like charging the right click there in the first place. This right click's okay.
My ultimate is almost ready.
At this point, you generally are going to want your Harmony to spend a little more time on your Diva than your Rhine, but that's okay.
Heads up.
Your Diva needs to be taking off angle. She can't just be playing with your core, so she's going to want the extra mobility that the Harmony affords her. Yeah, it's
Assistance would be
unfortunate, but you're just going to have to drop. I can live with that. Theirs is going to last longer. Make sure you're out.
No running.
Okay. Okay. Nice. Okay. Do you really think that it's appropriate to be charging another right click right now? Like, it was okay to throw this right click, like to be charging and throw this right click, and then go, hey, let me switch into left clicks until I get a discord out. And once you get your discord out, then you can rotate and go into another right click and throw your next right click from here. But like, you intentionally knew, hey, I don't have a discord out after the last right click that I've been charging. Let me throw this right click. I haven't found a discord yet. Let me start charging another right click. Like, why would you do that? You are way undervaluing Discord. Your team would very, very much like a Discord to be out. And even if the Discord didn't increase the damage by any, like, at least the Reinhardt would have to go hide behind card or something and change his positioning to make it fall off. Like, you can help your team earn space at the very least. Please get a Discord out before you charge another right click.
Adaptive circuits engaged.
Bask in the shadow of doubt.
I mean, you still fired a shot before you pressed the Discord button.
La oscuridad te espera.
I can live with that. That's a lot of time without your Harmony Orb there. Okay. You choose to go into a right click knowing that the target that had your Harmony Orb just went down. You fire off a right click. You don't immediately Harmony Orb your Hanzo or your McCree up there. I think that's your McCree. No, that's your Baby Diva. You don't throw out a Harmony Orb. You throw out a Discord Orb. Okay. Still no Harmony Orb.
There is chaos.
Still no Harmony Orb. Harmony Orb? Harmony Orb?
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
That's so long. That is so long without a Harmony Orb out. Okay. 607. Your Harmony Orb's on Rhine. Your Harmony Orb fell off of Rhine at 5:49. Your next Harmony Orb goes out at 6:07. That is an obscene amount of time for you to not have a Harmony Orb out. So you know that your team is fighting, right? Like, you're going for cute right clicks, and that's fine with me. But again, your team wants a Discord Orb in play. So if you have to go for your right clicks, even if you have to open the angle for a moment and expose yourself a little bit, do it to get the Discord Orb off. And then you can go back to your safer right clicks. And I can live with that. But please open the angle for a moment to get a Discord Orb off. Your value is in your Discord Orb primarily. That is the single most valuable thing in your kit. But also, your Harmony Orb is falling off, man. Like, you're not getting enough done with your orbs. And I know I'm being harsh, but, like, that's a lot of time. Your Discord Orbs are slow, and your Harmony Orb was missing for, like, 25 seconds there. That was fine. Don't bother kit canceling that. Keep charging it and then throw it from the right.
Let the dragon consume you.
Okay. Those cancels that up.
Adaptive circuits engaged. Reinhardt.
Good. That was the time for a right click. He was sleeping. You okay, that's fine. I know you wouldn't have got a full 5 orb charged up, but you could have turned 3, and as he was waking up, you'd have gotten your 4th, and you'd have still been able to hit 4 headshots on him.
No running.
My ultimate is ready. Proceed without fear.
It's fine. Use your Zarya as a barrier like that. Exactly.
My ultimate is charging.
Heads up.
Five orb.
For the Crusaders!
60 seconds.
Good. I'm
remaining.
glad that this time you went, hey, I'm going to transition into left clicks and I'm going to get my Discord orb out. That was appropriate.
Get me.
Could have been a little faster to move it to the Div after the elimination, but that's still good. I get why you're doing it, but she hacked that earlier. Yeah, I get him. You actually positioned reasonably to be hard to get you in the EMP, but it happens.
Adversity is an opportunity for change.
Let the dragon consume you!
Experience tranquility. Adversity is an opportunity for change.
Let the dragon consume you!
Experience tranquility.
So there was a diva right in front of you. Like, you popped this Transcendence. You popped this Transcendence without a Discord orb out, when there was an easy Discord target in front of you that you could have hit. You can't move these around while Discord is up. So you want to make sure that these are out every time you can. Sometimes you just have to go with, hey, I have to do it because, you know, we're getting, you know, something that you just have to absorb the damage from. We're getting Dragon, whatever, and I have to do it right now or I'm going to lose people. And I get that. This was not one of these situations. You have plenty of time to make it to contest the cart still. You do. You're race cars and yada. You could have gotten your Discord orb out before touching, before popping this trance. And you want to because you want your team to get value during this trans. You need them to get eliminations during this trans, and that is so much easier if your Discord orb is out. Yeah, Diamond is work to play in. Diamond is where the game starts getting serious, but enough people still have enough bad habits that it can be some real work because there's still some really exploitable stuff, and if it's on your team, it's rough. But I agree. Diamond is, you know, one of the lulls in sort of getting through. It's you know, a fun rank, though, to be honest. Where was I? Going back to my Zen. It's fine. Look for Harmony. Is there a reason neither Genji nor Zarya were deserving of Harmony Orbs there? It does not take meaningful time for you to throw those out. Like, you can cancel 85 to 90% of your arm throw shot animation with a Harmony Orb. It doesn't add meaningful delay to you doing anything.
Pass into the iris. There is
His
chaos
Q
within
would
you.
have been better when Sombra EMP'd, but Sombra caught him in the EMP. So unless he just hit it fast enough when he got EMP'd to not actually get EMP'd, that would have been fine, but that is an ask that is above what I expect out of a Diamond player. We used to train our players to do that for a certain window at the pro level. There was a period of time where it's like, hey, we're gonna reactive push this, etc. When Sombra was a big threat, you were seeing her all the time, etc. And that is still something that, yes, that is appropriate counterplay, etc. But I'm going to be honest, you do not see much of that at Diamond or Masters, or even it's not a consistent thing in GM. It sometimes happens at GM, but you really get to the point where people have to do it predictively. The reactions just aren't that good. I'm going to be honest. So they're having to do it predictively, and you don't want to waste it when it doesn't actually get used. Now, the reactions are that good at pro level and at some of the upper GM stuff, and sometimes you'll see it as low as diamonds. The reactions are that good. But for most people playing Overwatch, the reactions are not that good, and I'm not going to expect it of a diamond player.
Adaptive circuits engaged. Diva. Not
Okay. Okay. So we've got some issues, which is good because it means that there's lots we can clean up, which means we can skyrocket your skill level. The biggest things, of course, are, hey, you've got you way under prioritize getting out your abilities. You way under prioritize getting out Discord Orb, and you forget about Harmony Orb, and that's a big problem, but will be easy for us to fix. But that does seem to be downstream. Well, it's a separate issue. It does seem to be downstream of your issue with you go into funky right clicks that you shouldn't. You go into right clicks that, the drop of a hat, the drop of a pin, whatever. Like, oh, there's no enemy on my screen for an instant. I'm going to start charging a right click. That's not appropriate. You need to be thinking 1-2 seconds ahead, is there going to be an enemy I'm going to look at? Because if there is going to be an enemy a second from now, it would be better that you just find that enemy than charging that right click. And if it's just a quick 180, again, that's an instant action in Overwatch. You're not on console where turning takes time. A 180 is an instant action in Overwatch. Don't start charging a right click before you do your 180. Fixing your right click habits will help with the orb stuff, but the orb stuff is more important in terms of your Discord and your Harmony orb stuff, and it's clearly not just that, because it's not right clicks that's making you forget to put your Harmony orb out for 25 seconds. It's not right clicks that are making your Discord orb go out after your second or third shot, as opposed to you sending it out with your first shot. And yeah, your first shot doesn't always get the boost, but it's always there for the second shot, and it's always there early after the first shot, so your team is getting the boost, etc.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Escort the payload.
If that's the angle you wanted to shoot through, you should have been behind cover the whole time and then just opened it and shot that angle at the last second. You didn't need to just be staring at it the whole time. Please get out Discord. Why? Why are you charging a right click before Discord is out on that ball? You knew that ball was a threat. You knew he was in play. You knew that Pharaoh was a threat. Get your Discord out. Get your Discord. Get your Discord out to help control that pharmacy. Or the ball.
I need healing. Thank you.
Yeah, that's it. Throw your Harmony on the soldier or the McCree so they can help fight the pharmacy there. Exactly. Good. Good. You got the Discord, then you charge your right click. Yeah!
Get over here and heal up.
Double kill.
Okay.
Tactical visor activated. Into the iris.
Rains from above.
Take a look at that.
Let's keep this moving.
Why are you charging the right click? You know that a target is being rezzed. You know that the target will be visible with the hit marker, etc. Like, you're not going to have 4 orbs before this target is available. You're going to have 2. See that? The target's available, and you have 2 orbs. Not worth. Discord. Discord. Again, if it was just you and the target was invulnerable and you were 1v1ing someone, absolutely start charging your orbs, etc., while they're invincible. But you're not 1v1ing, you are 5v1ing, 4v1ing, or 4v2ing. Like, your Discord is worth more.
Step right.
Don't reopen. Yep.
Clearing the area.
Good.
I need help.
Yeah, keeping your stealth there was
I
fine.
need help.
I'm surprised you didn't start charging another one. So watch that. Okay. We're not going to move our harmony over for that person? Okay. Discord, you do that. Then they pop primal. Yeah, you're pretty done though here. That's fine. We can talk about pathing your team should have taken to clear that. Why was your team pushing on low ground? But you don't have full control of that.
The payload is in my charge.
I would have preferred you to go a little more, hey, you know what, even me, I'm just going to push my way up through here, even without my team, but I'll live.
My ultimate is ready. Let's go. Glory in his soul.
Again, you don't, if you want to throw through that crack, you know you're going to be throwing through that crack. The crack's location doesn't move. You can have the angle closed until it's time for you to throw.
Pawns and Crusaders.
You look tired.
Good. Good.
Fire. I will lead us to victory.
My ultimate.
Good.
Come here, get stabilized.
Little surprised you didn't cycle your harmony to the McCree there. He was the only one remotely in any chance of danger.
Understood. Damn it.
Nice.
Thanks. You are welcome. Embrace tranquility.
I read you.
You have done a good job of warning the cute little angles on Zen, I'll give you that.
Tranquility.
Justice reigns from above.
Enemy is back in the fight.
Fire at will.
Pass into the iris. There is chaos within.
Cycle the orb.
Tactical visor activated.
Cycle the orb to the ulting hero, please. Okay. Don't stay open. Don't stay open. That was a little greedy, but it works.
I knew you. It's good
Okay.
to
Good push. Good push.
Score. Initiating
We saw, you know, some of the same mistakes. We saw them less bad. I didn't call it out every time, obviously, because we are beating a dead horse with some of this. But let's see if we see, you know, I'll call it out a few more times just to make the point that it didn't go away, so that you don't feel like, oh, it was only a first round issue. But
5,
let's see if there's anything else that we desperately need to correct here.
attackers
Your angles are nice. Your trans usage is fine. Your aim is
the payload.
doing a lot for you.
Is that which lies within.
Okay, so this is it. Again, these guys have a sightline on you. Yes, you have some cover available to you, but they're generally looking in your general direction. You're not like going behind cover all the way when you're charging these right clicks and then peeking to throw them. So you're not getting the added safety benefit of, hey, right clicks, I get to be behind cover while I charge them. You're charging them effectively in the open. I know you're using the pillar a little bit, but you're effectively charging them in the open. So you're losing the uptime. We'll call that about 15% of just having been throwing left click orbs. You're only getting a smidgen more safety from how you're using the pillar, and you're not getting to apply your Discord orb to anyone because you haven't gotten it out yet, and you don't have the option to cycle your Harmony orb like you would with left clicks. These are not good right clicks. These aren't. Again, that's where you wanted to shoot, and I respect that, but go over here where no one has an angle on you until you actually want to shoot. You're like watching the whole time where you want to shoot way too often.
30 seconds remaining.
Keep your head. Let's take this home.
This is fine.
The payload. 10 seconds.
There was no need for your team to back off that hard. Now you're just taking the fight in a hard spot. Okay, you recognize that you were starting to make a right-click charging mistake there and fixed it.
I am strong.
Should have charged that one longer. You should have charged that one longer.
Ability increased.
Experience tranquility.
Yeah, that's fine. But do not lose your Rhine during a transit.
I am fire. Defiance will. Get going free.
Okay.
Reinhardt, you said you would arm wrestle me. Nervous?
Oh, is my quality taking a hit? Okay. I hope that gets better. I apologize. I am not on the best internet setup right now.
2, 1. Attackers incoming.
So same thing you did when you opened last time. I don't mind this open, but there's a couple things. A, you can be charging your orb before the door opens because you know when the door opens. B, if you want it to be late, you can charge late and then open. But this is your bad habit of going, I'm going to go be staring at the enemies while I'm charging my right click. No. Your mechanics are good enough. You can peek late and then still find them with less than a second before your orbs will auto throw. And you're not going to actually wait till the auto throw. You're going to aim them and shoot them, but you can aim in the time if you peek later.
Assistance would be appreciated.
Heal up here.
Embrace.
Unfortunate.
Charge.
The outcome is not preordained. Be one with the universe.
pause for just a second, see if we can get some frames back.
My ultimate is charging.
Again, you know where that is. You can close the angle and then open it and fire. You don't want to be out here. Your team is respawning. Like, this is over. You have lost all of your forward hold. Just back it up and reset. Let your Rhine re-earn the space. You got plenty of time on the clock.
I require aid.
Okay, if you'd pivoted faster, you could have gotten the Harmony Orb on him, but it was a small window.
My ultimate is charging.
Again, you're staring at the small little angle you want to hit, and again, I like hitting that small little angle, but you don't need to have it open the whole time, because if you can shoot through it, they can shoot through it too.
Everyone, heal up.
Yeah, you are giving yourself too much time to aim this.
The payload rests idle. My ultimate is almost ready. My ultimate is
60 seconds remaining.
Fire at will!
experience tranquility.
It's just a judgment error. The tire was going before you popped the Transcendence, but that's okay. Are you gonna hide or are you gonna jump off?
Hanging there.
Nope. You had to get her with the right click. Now you're staggering.
30 seconds
You
remaining.
should be staggering.
Everything you've got.
Okay, your team's gonna get back. You've managed to maintain your high ground positioning. Nice. That's it. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so it is what we thought it was going to be from the beginning. Your biggest issue is you do not appreciate the value of your abilities, your Harmony Orb and your Discord Orb enough, particularly your Discord Orb, and that is the biggest thing. And while we can work on that with your other thing, and we are going to have you work on your other thing first, because this is partially downstream of this other thing, it's not fully downstream of this. You flat out do not value these highly enough, and I can tell. So please put a little more mental value on these abilities. That said, part of what is causing you to not use these as well as you should have is you do have an over reliance, like we talked about on hey right clicks. I have no issue with right clicks. Right clicks are amazing on Zenyatta, but you do the hey I'm going to charge up 1-2 orb type thing, or let me redo that. I'm going to charge up 1-2 orb type thing, or I'm going to charge up an orb and then turn, and oh, I only get to fire off a 2 orb, etc. Or I do a, there's any window of, someone's being rezzed, I can't shoot at them for this instant, I'm going to start to charge up an orb thing when your Discord would be more valuable, etc. So there's some of that. There's little too much right clicking into stuff that you don't get value out of. But then the other thing, because we're in the land of right clicks, is hey, it's totally cool with me if you want to hit this angle, but charge, then peek and throw. If you want to hit this angle, charge, then peek and throw through that angle. Like, it's fine. You can, if it's too hard to do it when you've got 4 charge, do it when you've got 3 charge. But like, you're staring at it for pretty much the whole time going, I am going to throw something here once I get 5 orbs. And your accuracy is very good when you do that, but let's make it a little harder on yourself, because it's safer for you if you make it a little harder on yourself. Let's go, I'm going to charge to 4 orbs, then I'm going to peek and do it. Or if that's too hard and your accuracy starts to fall off, let's do it with 3 orbs. And then once we have 3 orbs, we peek and continue to charge the last 2 and aim during charging those last 2 and throw. But you don't need to be you can expose yourself less while you're going for these because it's pretty obvious what you're doing. The enemy doesn't see it unless they walk into it. But again, if you're out here doing it, etc., that potentially means Mercy Boosted Ash or a Widow can peek into it too, and you can't throw early because if you throw early, you're not going to get the elimination on them. Whereas, if they're Mercy Boosted, they can, boom, hit you, got you, etc. And, okay, that wasn't a possibility in this thing, but let's even say a Zen that's doing the same thing, but is charging up 5 orbs and then peeks throws at you. Well, if you have only 2 orbs charged up because you were charging looking at it the whole time, you're going to get deleted. Whereas if you were charging by the cover, it wouldn't. So we're going to fix the right clicks. We're not going to go into the right clicks when we expect to have another target in our screen within 1.5 seconds, etc. And we're going to put more weight in general on the value of our Discord orb, especially, and our Harmony orb. I hope that helps. Chat, if you have any questions, throw them in there now. Otherwise, I hope you guys have enjoyed the content. Please do like and subscribe if you have, did have, sure, whatnot, whatever. Or if you're looking to get coaching yourself, you can join my Discord in the description below, and you'll see what my rates look like. You can connect with other people that are getting coaching. You can participate in the Recruiter Friend special, see when I'm streaming, all that good stuff. And I know I was pretty harsh in this review. I, in general, am harsher than some of the review people that you will see, but I was a little harsher still than normal on this. This is a pretty good player, and they've got pretty good mechanics, and I was on the harsher side because we get harsher as we move up the ladder like this. But this player did do lots of things right. They just also have lots of things that they can improve on. No, I think that's going to be it for tonight, or at least I'm going to take a break before doing any more reviews. So yeah, that looks like what I've got. Thanks, guys. Temporal out.